My name is Zeke Leonard. I'm an associate professor in the School of Design, and I received a faculty research grant from the Office of the Dean of the College of Visual Performing Arts. So the genesis of this project bubbled up from my practice as a woodworker. The emerging understanding that I had of the origins of woodworking in the human experience. Most specifically, the origins of woodworking with metal-bladed tools. We have been woodworkers for probably 200,000 years on some level, but it was really with the advent of the Bronze Age that woodworking, as we think of it now in the 21st century, had its birth. And that was because the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Chinese developed the technology that would allow them to burn a fire hot enough to mix 10% tin with 90% copper. Both cultures had been using copper for a long time at that point, but it was the addition of tin that made bronze, and bronze made a metal hard enough to use for tools, and especially tools for woodworking. I learned that there's a set of tools, of hand tools, from about the 18th dynasty in the British Museum. And I was able to go, I contacted the Egyptology department there, Egypt and Sudan department, and was able to go and actually handle these tools and then come back and make recreations. So my grant money covered the flight to Britain and a hotel for a couple of days, and then coming back, buying bronze, buying materials to make the molds, and I was able to use our facilities out at the Comstock Art Facility to make these replica tools. And so this is a saw, a bronze saw, that is as close as I am able to create a replica of the 4,000-year-old bronze saw that I saw in the British Museum. Part of the reason I needed to get so close was that I needed to be able to see how the teeth were formed. And by looking at the deformation of the metal, I was able to understand how the teeth were made on this tool. So I really needed that in-person, close-up examination opportunity. And the only way I could do that was to get to Britain. So I made a variety of these tools that are replicas of a woodworker's kit, an Egyptian woodworker's kit. And my next step is I'm working with the Majehu project, which is an archaeologic project dedicated to Egyptian woodworking, with a French doctor of Egyptology and an Italian doctor of Egyptology. They just got back from their dig this January. My next step is to apply for grant money to join them in Egypt next January to January 24 to actually be able to go into tombs and be able to examine wooden objects in situ, as well as access tooling that is also in the collection of the Cairo Museum, which is really the mother lode of all Egyptology. It's a lot of stuff. So I guess what I would say. I think it's important to note that this kind of work is not commercial work. This is academic research work, and this work does not get funded unless it's funded by academic institutions. And these grants are really important because this is not something that I will ever sell, but it is definitely something that adds to the knowledge, the archaeologic knowledge, the design knowledge, and the history knowledge of the human experience, which is what makes this grant so important.